on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with SMP Europe. I'm joined by the GB Women's head coach, Mike Clancy. Mike, thank you for joining us. The best place and the only place to start is your squad. You look at the names in it, you look at the names not in it. How difficult was that for you to choose as head coach?
An unbelievable challenge this time round, Chris. To see the depth of players now that the GB senior women have to choose from, it's been really, really difficult. Some great players not attending this World Championships.
We looked at, your team, your style. With the first evidence was there at the Olympic qualifiers in Nottingham. You had 3 games with them there and a handful of practice sessions. Do you feel they brought into your ethos quite quickly what you want to do with this women's team?
Yeah, we've talked at every session, every opportunity we have. We've talked about building the right culture, atmosphere, the way and style we want to play, and a belief, a mentality that we can achieve. Buy into the systems, buy into the plans. We openly talk, so it's a two-way conversation in many areas, and I really believe we're getting the best out of the senior women at this moment in time.
In many ways, is that kind of culture around the group just as important as kind of the talent on the ice? I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter how good you are on the ice, you've got to have the right environment around you.
Yeah, again, it's something we talk about all the time, and it's about being great on the ice and off the ice. You have to bring that right sort of persona to be able to compete at with the senior women's or attend the international games. For me, it brings the right sort of mentality around what we want to try and achieve. It helps you land things in a better way. So no one is bigger than the team, and I'll definitely take character over talent wherever I need to.
And how much can you use that tournament in Nottingham as a springboard for this World Championship? You were so close, 1 goal away from the next stage of the Olympic qualifiers. I think it goes out without saying the team impressed everybody that came to watch or watched on television. How much can you use what you did there as a team going forward in April?
Yeah, I think we've really set the foundations. Every training session we go to is built with a great tempo. You'd be surprised, Chris, if you came to see them training now. The mentality's there, the wants there, the will's there. The spring that the competition, the Olympic qualifiers gives this group is phenomenal. There is a belief now that they can achieve if they want to achieve. If they put their head to it, buy into it, drive on the plans and everything else that we put forward, then we will be successful without doubt.
It's going to be a slightly different World Championship. 5 teams instead of 6 with the withdrawal of DPR Korea. What are you expecting? Where's your biggest threat going to come from in April?
Biggest threat is definitely going to be the Latvia and Spanish team. Spain have been working really, really hard on many camps over weeks in some instances where they've got the girls together. The majority of the Spanish team play on 1 or 2 teams in Spain, and they stand out really from the rest of that competition that they're competing in. Latvia has gone through a huge change. One thing I think the Latvians bring is they brought in a lot of youth into their team. So it seems like they've had a transition of that older guard that's been there for a long, long time. They're full of pace. They are a quick, offensive team. Defensively, there's still a lot of experience there. So maybe we can exploit that with the style of play that we bring in. But two big compete teams for us is definitely Latvia and Spain.
And just finally, before we finish, you're going to have a camp in the UK just before you go away for 3 days. How important will that be just to get the squad together for an extended period of time? Normally you get maybe a day here, a couple of days there, but to have an extended period of time before arriving in Spain, how big will that be for your plans?
Yeah, it's huge. We saw it in the run up to the Olympic qualifiers. Those 3 days that we got to spend time together allows us to fine tune things. It allows us to build that family atmosphere, and I suppose just it's spending time together in a real short space of time that you can land everything. You get the opportunity to learn everybody. You can see where they are mentally, physically. And you can help a little more. It's all those one-to-one conversations you can have really, really quickly throughout a period of time. For me, it's essential. For me, the senior women should be doing this, preparing in the right way to make sure that we can go away and compete. And as I said, it isn't about us just turning up and taking part in competitions anymore. The senior women, the depth that we've got in this squad now, the compete for places, we absolutely should be challenging for everything we go for here. And I think we proved that when we played Korea. I mean, what a game that was to watch, and just unfortunate we couldn't touch that other goal.
Yeah, and I'm going to add one more now, because you just kind of bring us back to that. How, I mean, I think we spoke in the aftermath, and it was quite raw, the emotion then with yourself and the team, understandably. But looking back at that tournament, with how it built, with how nearly 2,000 people came to watch you through the doors in Nottingham, biggest ever attendance by hundreds, you know, for a women's game. I know you didn't make the next stage, which was the ultimate aim, but do you reflect on that with pride?
Yes, I also reflect on it. So we do a lot of reviews continually. I can't tell you how many times I've watched each of those games, and willing in some instances for the puck to drop a slightly different way, for the outcome to change. But yeah, we use everything like that to learn and drive and be the springboard to help us achieve better. For me, look, I couldn't have been prouder of what the senior women achieved. Like you mentioned, Nottingham home ice, it was tremendous. The support from the fan base was incredible. I think it's really allowed the whole women's game to jump in the UK. Every game I've been to watch, there seems to be more people in there, more interest. And I'm getting that feedback from talking to the girls on a regular basis as well. You know, it's definitely helped us turn a corner. The quality of the Elite League games now in the UK for the women is completely different to what it was, I would suggest, 12, 18 months ago. It's a completely different game. They're playing more structured, more rounded, more desire. They're more athletic. The whole thing, the whole piece has changed.